Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Franco Bulian. I am the director of Catas. I've been working here at Catas for 37 years, and in the past few years, I have been filling the position of a Catas director. I believe many of you are familiar with what Catas is about and what we do. Catas is a test laboratory in the area of wood industry and furniture industry, but maybe we can give you the details about this in the last meetings of this series of meetings organized. I would like to thank Achimal for once again involving Catas in these initiatives. We've been a partner of Xylexpo exhibition for many years by now. We are here on the roof of Catas building. We are here to talk about wood and timber. There will be tests and verifications of different kinds that I can show you indoors so that we will not be in the rain. But at the moment, I'm here on the roof to show you some tests that evaluate the durability, the lifespan of wood treatment to ensure resistance to outdoor conditions. These tests involve natural aging and kind of exacerbate the atmospheric conditions for wood that it's treated with protective treatments. This type of test lasts 1 year. It's a bit longer, but it serves the purpose of verifying that treated wood can have a long resistance outdoor, and it involves wood frames, garden furniture, equipment and facilities, and these are the ways to verify the effectiveness of coating. Well, as I said, Catas has a very deep bond with wood, as Catas operations were first established with the solid wood products, specifically solid wood chairs. We are still very much attached to this material. We carry out various tests and verifications to characterize wood, from its identification in terms of wood species to tests that are instrumental to verify wood humidity and wood movements. We all know that wood continuously absorbs and loses or releases humidity depending on weather conditions. And so we evaluate what happens to wood-based products, floors, for example, when they are exposed to these climate changes. And therefore they are subjected to variations. We also perform tests to characterize wood durability, lifespan, both because we want to get an understanding of how resistant the wood species is over time, and also we want to understand how effective all the treatments that we provide are, treatments to protect wood from atmospheric agents, but also to protect wood from biological aggression, such as fungal attacks, which can be very dangerous to wood, especially timber wood, construction timber. They can degrade wood and lead to collapses of this material. We are now in the microbiology laboratory together with Elena Conti, our biologist, who will shortly introduce her job and what she does in terms of identification of wood species and testing the durability of various wood species treated with primers or other systems. As anticipated by our director, Franco Bulian, this is the laboratory where we perform tests to determine the biological durability of wood, that is to say, resistance of wood to wood decaying fungi. these fungi represent a risk and a danger, also in the case of construction and structural timber, because they diminish the mechanical resistance of timber in use. An example of our tests is this one. We use fungal strains established and defined by testing methodologies that are mandated by European standards. We need to make wood samples available and expose them to the attacks of fungi in a cultural medium, and this is most effective to test the demolishing activity of fungi. Another activity that we perform in this laboratory is the identification of wood species, which is completed through an analysis of anatomical details of wood. We prepare very thin wood sections that can be observed under a microscopic lens, and we compare the image from the microscope with the database images, which are able to recognize the most characteristic elements of each wood species. This analysis is conducted on the three characteristic wood sections: radial, longitudinal, cross section, and tangent longitudinal sections. And each of the sections reveals peculiarities that are read through some specific keys and that help us identify the wood species as accurately as possible. We have a section here. We can observe it under the microscope lens. This is the cross section of some hardwood. If you get closer, you can recognize some details, some peculiarities that only experts are able to trace back to the key characteristics of a wood species, but they're still very nice to appreciate here. Recognition of wood can also be completed by comparison with physical samples. It's very helpful to have a collection of authenticated wood specimens, Xylotech. It contains sections that allow for close observation, and based on color, fiber size, and other macroscopic characteristics, you can identify the wood species. Another activity that this laboratory performs is the assessment of the biological damage emerging in timber elements that are in use, or timber-based panels that may have absorbed excessive water and therefore can develop molds, or wood species used for structural purposes. They may have humidity, water absorption, water condense, water infiltrations, and therefore are exposed to degradation of wood, specifically through caries fungi. This is a piece of wood with an evident attack from cubic wood caries, and these situations can also occur on timber in use, and they need monitoring. We are now in the mechanical department of Catas laboratory, where we perform tests to verify the mechanical properties and resistance of various materials, including our dear wood. In addition to this, we also run tests to check wood humidity, which is a fundamental parameter, and also to check the dimensional variations that wood is exposed to due to changes in humidity. We take care of solid wood, and not only that, also glulam. We have some glue-lam elements here, or also acetylated timber elements, so wood subjected to various treatments. So anything that has to do with the basic characteristics of wood is tested and verified here, and we provide documented the characteristics of wood. The mechanical department is run by engineer Paolo Tirelli, to whom I give the floor to tell us about his job and the mechanical department's scope of activities. This is the mechanical department of Catas, where we run tests on wood-based materials, and not only that. As regards wood industry for non-structural timber use, we daily test timber floorings and laminated scantlings for windows, as well as minor semi-finished items for the furniture industry. The main activity for these products is to measure the quality of gluing, for example, for window laminated scantlings, or we measure the performance of timber floorings in terms of hardness, dimensional stability, humidity, which is the ghost parameter, as I call it, because sometimes it's helpful, but at other times it causes defects, and oftentimes it is a parameter that is concealed and is the cause of the defect. The interesting aspect for the wood industry, as an external observer, Catas is being a service provider, is that real wood is hardly ever to be seen. However, with the new European standards on sustainability for construction products and all the associations promoting sustainability, the buzzword of the moment, I believe that we will see an increasing presence of wood products, especially in non-structural timber industry, for example, in the furniture supplies or building applications, because this material brings about remarkable advantages. There is a standard to calculate how many CO2 kilograms you can seize with the leg of a chair or with the laminated scantling of a window. Wood is, in inverted comma, a very natural material, and we can decrease, for example, the carbon footprint. We can better appreciate the life cycle assessment and benefit from credits through a more sustainable product than plastic. To measure dimensional stability of our floorings, we use conditioned and temperature-controlled chambers. This is a temperature-controlled dry cell where we have 33 degrees and 30% of humidity. We measure the timber floorings. We put it into this cell, and then we evaluate the same dimensional performance in a humid cell. That's another chamber with 23 degrees and 90% humidity. Well, we have quickly had an overview of what we do here at the Catas on solid wood and wood in general. Let me just say a few closing words. When I present wood during my lectures, I wrongly presented as a material of the past, but as Paolo just said, wood is the material of present days and also and especially of the future. So wood is being rediscovered by designers, by famous architects, because its heart is the very expression of sustainability, and so this will lead wood to be used in our sector and many others too. Let's just close this first part That is the first appointment with Catas about solid wood. We'll meet again at the same time to tell you something about wood byproducts, that is to say timber panels, which represent the skeleton of all the pieces of furniture.